Hey, what's up guys, Khraze here, and today I have some pretty big news for everyone who wanted to try out Mass Effect Andromeda but never got a chance to do so for various reasons. Well, there is now a full 10-hour trial available on all of the platforms, so for PC, PS4 and Xbox One. If you're on PC, such as I am, you can simply download Origin, log into it, and on the game's download page you will now have a Get Trial button, which pretty much lets you try out this game for a solid 10 hours, in which you will be able to access both the single player campaign and the multiplayer, with the exception that the single player will only let you play up until the first planet, which is EOS, but everything other than that is pretty much unlocked or unlockable. On the multiplayer side of things, the character customization is available, all of the characters are there for you to unlock, as well as the equipment. On the single player campaign, as I've said, you can play everything up until the first planet, so you can stay there indefinitely within the 10-hour time limit. The save game of course carries over to the full game should you choose to buy it, and speaking of buying the game, if you want to do that, then this is your chance, because it is on a hefty 50% discount currently on Origin. I'm pretty sure it's the same on all of the other platforms as well, but I might be wrong. You just have to go ahead and check it out. A lot of people have concerns regarding the state of Mass Effect Andromeda and if it's even worth it to get invested into it at this point. To that I have a simple answer, and that is that Mass Effect Andromeda in its current state is at its best position that it has ever been into since its release. There have been multiple patches that fixed a lot of issues this game had, especially with the performance and the graphical issues that it had with the facial animations. There have been numerous rebalances of the weapons and of the skills, and of course the multiplayer always gets updated with new characters, with new story missions. So all in all, the development for this game still carries on, even though it is at a lower pace, because as you might have known, BioWare Montreal got gutted down in order to focus the manpower on Anthem and its 2018 release. But other than that, this game is in a very good spot right now. Now, a lot of you are also wondering if there's ever going to be a DLC. Unfortunately, nobody but BioWare itself, and maybe even them, don't really have a straightforward answer to that. There was never any confirmation for a DLC, nor lack of one thereof, so all in all, everything that you see right now regarding any story DLC for Mass Effect Andromeda is pure speculation up until BioWare itself comes off with a official response. Until then, we can only hope, but I wouldn't really set my expectations too high. Now, people are expecting a Korean Arc DLC, and for good reason, because there have been multiple indications for one within the game and within the past few updates, but BioWare never followed up on that and they never brought any information. There were also some articles in which was stated that the development for any DLC for Mass Effect Andromeda has been cancelled, but there was never actually any confirmation from BioWare, so take it with a grain of salt. Now, if I were to make a really short summary of the cons and pros of this game, and starting off with the bad sides, I would probably have to say that, first of all, yes, the facial animations are still one of the weakest, if not the weakest points of Mass Effect Andromeda.
You did what you had to. If that'd been the Hyperion and I was looking for my people, I would have been the one calling you.
No amount of patching and fixing from BioWare can improve on that anymore, because this is something that should have been done during the development cycle, which, in case you were not aware of, it was pretty turbulent. All in all, I wouldn't really set my expectations too high for a good facial animations remake anytime soon, unless they want to start building everything from the ground up, which pretty much is impossible at this point. But regardless of that, there have been a lot of improvements in this department, so all in all, it's not going to be as bad as it was, but you're still going to feel pretty dissatisfied with the way the facial animations look, especially for a 2017 game, which I dare say looks pretty gorgeous at times. Other than that, the storyline is okay, but not something to blow you away. It can get pretty fun at times, you can get really invested into it. Your squad's individual missions are pretty good and I like them so far, but the main storyline just didn't click with me that much. I enjoyed it, but I didn't felt immersed into it that much. Seeing that other people have the same concern regarding the storyline, I would say that this isn't a problem that I personally have. Now, coming off with the good points of this game, I would say that hands down, the combat in this game, it's one of its strongest points, if not the strongest of them all. It's fun, easy and fluid. There are multiple skill trees with a lot of abilities that synergize very well with one another, and it gives you the possibility to create a very large large range of builds, all of them viable even on the highest difficulty, and it can get pretty wild. Now if you want to make a general idea of what I'm talking about, you can go ahead and check out some of my more popular videos on Mass Effect Andromeda, and you will see that you will find quite a few of them extremely strong, fun to play and flashy, of course. On top of that, also viable on the highest difficulty setting. So all in all, I believe that if you wanted to get into Mass Effect Andromeda right now and you never got a chance to do it in the past for various reasons, then this is definitely the time to do so. I think the trial ends in like October, so there's plenty of time to do it, and that is pretty much it. This is all I had to say for today. This was just the news. I know I'm a little bit late on it because it's almost 2 days since the trial began, but I know a lot of people are still not aware of it. So all in all, I hope I will spread awareness, and I will see you guys in game, so peace out.